Hello and welcome to Always Elite. Today we're going to review AEW Dynamite from April 15th, 2020. But before we get to that, I want you to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay up to date on what we're going to be doing. Also, I'll leave a link to my merch shop. You can get your Always Elite merch. Also, some sad news that I found out earlier today is that Howard Finkel, the ring announcer for WWE, has passed away. Now, I haven't got the details on from what, but he has passed away. It's a sad day in wrestling because he was probably the best ring announcer of all time. Now, on to the show. First image is Jake the Snake. He talks about Lance and the TNT tournament. Talks about how Lance is all pissed off at not just Cody, but the whole company on not choosing him, and he's going to decimate the entire tournament and win the TNT title, be the inaugural champion. Then it goes to the commentary. It's Tony Schiavone again, along with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is so good at what he does, no matter what it is in wrestling, or music for that matter. He's that good. Colt then talks about his career and how he got here, compares to Lance, and it's the same, almost the same. They both had long careers. They both traveled the world. But he says he's focused on Lance Archer and winning his match tonight to move on to the tournament. And it goes right into the match between the two. Colt Cabana versus Lance Archer. The winner advances in the TNT tournament. Throughout the match, Colt keeps attacking Lance, but Lance just takes it, like no sells almost all of it, and just retaliates even harder. The match actually lasted 15 minutes, which is impressive considering that most of Lance's matches that he's had in AEW or in most other places other than Japan has been 5 minutes or less. Archer wins with the blackout, and Archer moves on in the tournament to face another opponent. I don't know who yet, until the end of next week, I believe. Then Britt Baker has a little skit on the Tron talking about how she's going to be a role model. And she's going to teach everybody a lesson on how to be a role model in the women's division. Then it's her versus an enhancement talent named Cassandra Golden. Never seen her. Don't know anything about her. Match only lasted about 2 minutes. Britt with a super kick and a kick to the midsection. And then she proceeds to put Cassandra's teeth on the ropes like she did to Sheeta many, many weeks ago. I believe it was Sheeta. And she stomps down and then just rolls her over for the pin. End of story. Nothing really special. Then there's a commercial for Double or Nothing. Now, the Double or Nothing has been moved from the 21st to the 29th of May. And it's also going to be on pay-per-view, and there's going to be no crowd on an undisclosed location. I don't know if it's still going to be in Vegas. It's not at the MGM Grand, so I don't know where it's going to be. Then it's the Bubbly Bunch, the Inner Circle. It's a funny little skit. They talk about the Elite and how they're going to decimate them in their match later whenever they get back to going to doing, the storyline stuff. But it's not that. I thought it was funny, but it wasn't that interesting. Then next, it's Sammy Guevara versus Serge D, which is another enhancement talent. I guess a lot of the wrestlers couldn't make the tapings here, so they were just using local talents. Sammy just beats the crap out of this guy. Basically almost the entire match. Serge had about 3 moves in the entire match. Sammy with a torture rack GTS for the win. Then we get Kip Sabian versus Chuck Taylor. Both try to one-up each other early. Kip takes control with a little rope-a-dope and some boots. But Chuck gives it right back to him after he's done flaunting around. It was actually a good match overall. I thought it was a fairly decent TV match. And of course, Penelope has to get involved. Not once, but twice. So that Kip can take an advantage. Jimmy Havoc jumps the rail and takes out Orange Cassidy, which distracts Chuck, which allows Penelope to take out Chucky T, and then Kip rolls him up for the win. Cheap win for Kip, but it keeps his streak going. Then it's Justin Law versus Shawn Spears, another enhancement talent. Spears is just playing with this guy, just beats the crap out of him, and gets a running C4 for the win. Match lasted maybe 3 minutes. Maybe. Then we get to the main event, which is probably one of the best matches, not just of tonight, or, well, you know, whatever. Probably one of the best matches of the year so far. It's Jake Hager versus Jon Moxley in an empty arena, no-holds-barred match for the AEW World Championship. That's a lot to say. And it's with Jim Ross on commentary, which I'm assuming he's doing from home because he was sent home before all these tapings because of what's been going on with the world. So I'm assuming he either did it from a studio or he did it from his home. Starts off with both jockeying for position on each other. Moxley actually out-wrestles Hager very, very early, which is surprising because Jake is the amateur wrestler. He was a very good one at that in Oklahoma. He's also a very good MMA fighter. If you haven't seen him in his MMA bouts, he's only had a couple. But go watch the Bellator fights with Jake Hager. He's very good. Doesn't take long for it to go to the outside. Let's see. This match just goes everywhere. Mox applies a figure 4 to the hand railing in between the rows of seats. They're up in the first set of seats. And it looked painful, actually, the way he applied it. This match was just back and forth the entire time. Pretty much the entire match, including the finish. Late in the match, Jake locks in the arm triangle. But Mox gets to the ropes, which causes a break, which I'm confused about because I thought it was a no-holds-barred match. And most of those, you don't get breaks, rope breaks, and timeouts, and all that other stuff, which confuses me. Maybe that's something that they're doing. Who knows? Maybe AEW just wants to be different. Moxley ends it with a paradigm shift on a chair and a pin to retain his AEW World Championship. And overall, the entire event was very, very good. Vote in the poll above my head and let me know what you thought of the show. That's the end of Dynamite. Click the like button down below, please. And I'll see you next time. Always be elite.